Do you feel like semi-pro cameras are just as good as pro cameras nowadays? Well, I think so. And if you do too, you gotta check out this video. Coming up next. Hey guys, Eddie from E11 World here with another review. Today I have a special one. This is the Canon EOS 80D. We all know there's no such thing as a perfect camera, right? But sometimes a good one comes along. And once in a while, a really good one comes along. And that's what this review is all about. This is a 24.2 megapixel CMOS sensor. It's got the dual pixel autofocus and it's got Wi-Fi NFC up to 7 frames per second. Not bad. The ISO goes to 16,000 for photos and 12,800 for video. This is the one that comes with a kit lens, the 18-135 IS USM, which stands for ultrasonic motor. You got your manuals here, registration thing. I still love that they give you the actual printed manual. I hate reading things on computers or whatever, like stuff like this, which is too long to read. On to the goodies. So you get a battery charger, the lens, and a strap. Smells new. All right. It seems nice and heavy actually for a kit lens. So this is the standard LPE6N battery from Canon. Yes. See how my eyes just lit up? Oh, baby. How I wanted this. I love this camera. I don't care. I don't even care what it is. It's just the big brother to my camera. So this is just awesome. It feels very much the same as mine does. It might be actually a little bigger. So some things are different here, like you got the actual shutter release thing here, mic and headphone jacks, which is nice, HDMI and USB. I mean, I don't know, like it's cool that they've kind of split things into different areas here, but I don't know, I kind of still like how one thing was just for all of this stuff. But anyway, some people might point out that this stuff kind of gets in the way of the screen when you swivel it. But the nice thing actually is, and I'm noticing it now, is that the mic and headphone jacks and the shutter doesn't actually, like even if when you're spinning this all the way around, doesn't actually touch. So that's a bonus. But again, these cables can kind of be in your way if you're doing anything like vlogs or you're watching yourself as you're shooting. Yeah, so that's just one of those little things. The swivel screen. Please, 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 all camera makers, make this happen. Just keep this. Keep this. Make this on all cameras. Why not? Why? It doesn't really, I'm sure it's not costing you plenty more. Okay, as a manufacturer, this is a necessity for everyone. I don't care if people say we don't really want it. You know what? Nowadays, this is a must. Before I used to say it's a gimmick thing. It could be like, not a need basis, but you know what? You need this. I don't care if you're a pro photographer or whatever. At some point, you wish you had this. At some point in your life, or during any shoot, probably, that 1 second, you'd be like, oh shit, I wish I had this. Swivel screen on all cameras. Take my word. It's going to be good. Everyone will like it, will love it. So again, I like how they've kept this kind of the same. Let's get to the lens. So this is a kit lens. It's got image stabilization built in with nano USM. I'm not even really sure what that is, but it's 18-135, which is great. Let's get this onto here. Done. Video's done. I like it. So we've charged the battery a little bit by now. And now I can feel the weights, which again, you know what? It's okay. I don't mind. Some photographers don't like it. Recently, I've reviewed the Canon M50. It's a mirrorless camera, one of their newest ones. And I was very disappointed. You know what? all the reviews I saw online hyped it up to be much more, like, better. And I was just disappointed. But you know what? This review or whatever is not about that one. So you can watch my video. I'll link that up here. And for now, we're talking about this guy. So I'm going to be doing some test photos and videos from things I know about this. It shoots 1080p at 60 frames, which is great for slow-mos. That's, I guess, one upgrade over my old 60D. Again, and you're watching the video on this. It's not a huge thing. I wanted to see like 120p, or sorry, 120 frames per second or something like that. That's where like real slow-mos happen. Giving me that on 720, it's just, who shoots on 720? Why? It's one of those options that you're almost like, just get rid of it altogether. Why is it even there anymore? Nobody shoots at anything lower at 1080p. If anyone who's watching this, if you shoot lower than 1080, let me know. And let me know why, most importantly, because it's like, there's no need. Every computer now that is sold, or even if you've had it for more than 5 years, like 10 years and below, still does 1080p pretty well, okay, in terms of editing I'm talking. So there's no need to shoot. I mean, I can see if you're trying to save some space on your, card, but I'm still guessing that most people who are shooting weddings or whatever they are doing commercial, you have extra SD cards, so that wouldn't be an issue anyway. I just don't see the point. So this is a 3-inch touchscreen LCD. With image quality, I'm just gonna make sure RAW is selected as well as JPEG large. So I'm not really gonna change too much of the settings here. I'm just gonna leave most of them on defaults. I think the defaults are fine for now. So I can do the tap to focus, which is real nice. And it's quite fast, I would say. I'm back to the manual settings, but I've switched this here to video, this dial. And this is something new I don't have on my camera. Generally, I just have another video tab here that I switched to. So this is kind of neat, where I can leave the same settings and I switch to photo and video and it's all the same. I like that. That's kind of neat. So a couple of more things I think I should mention here. If I go back into photo mode, we can just, touch this button here to pop up the flash, which is nice. And you can still, have your hot shoe mount. I'm going to let you guys be the judge of this camera. You can watch the videos, check out the photos that I took. I mean, I'm not doing anything spectacular here. I'm just trying to test this camera, but it'll give you an idea at least of what this baby can do. Okay, so testing out the video on the Canon 80D. Right now this is ISO 6400 and seems to be sort of usable. I guess it's kind of usable. And I'm shooting at 60 frames per second. Yeah, 3.5 aperture. 60 shutters, 1/60th. Yeah, I don't know about the audio. Hopefully you can hear it. I'm holding it and talking, I guess, behind it, as you can see. And this is the quality. I'm gonna try to turn down the ISO. 5,000, 4,000, 3,200, 2,500, 2,000, 1,600, 1,250, 1,000, 800, 640, 500, 400, 320, 250, 200, 160, 125, and 100. And Yeah, now we're back to auto, which is pushing it so high, probably to the max. Now, I mentioned earlier that this can compete with any of the pro level cameras. The only reason, this is probably the only reason I see that this can't, is that the fact that this is a crop sensor. Okay, so that means every lens that you use will be cropped in at 1.6 times. So a 22 mil would be like a 30 something mil or whatever. 50 would be like an 80 something, and so on. And that's kind of the only reason I see this, stopping it from being a pro all-around camera. This is really, really great. I don't care, I mean, it may matter to some people. Obviously, price is a big deal. If you're willing to spend 5,000 and 6,000, whatever, on just the body, if you have that money, go for it, obviously. But I'd rather spend that money on glass. I want to have a few lenses for different places, whatever I'm using. If I'm at a wedding, if I'm at an event, if I'm outdoors doing landscape, portraits, there's plenty of different things. Sports, you can still do really, really amazing things with this camera. Maybe not with this lens, but with just different lenses. This camera is awesome for many reasons. You can do great video and great photo quality ones. And it gives you some options for the headphone jack and, to monitor your audio and to have a mic here. Some of those pro level ones don't actually include some of these things. So I think the size of this, the price, all these things kind of make it a great competitor to any other camera out there. I'm looking forward to using this camera with this lens for now, but I'm definitely looking to get more lenses. And I hope that this video has inspired you in some way to go ahead and try it at least. You're watching right now on a 60D, and if you think this quality is great, and I don't really add effects or anything to these videos. It's just a bit of a creative filter and some adjustments, very minimal adjustments. So what you're seeing is like 70% or maybe even more, like 85% of what the camera gives you. And I'm using an 11/16 Tokina. All this stuff will be in the links below. I always list my gear in case anyone is wondering. So anyways, back to this. Great all-around camera. I think it's very useful in so many scenarios. You can take this and be on your way in any path of photography. You can do light painting. You can do all these different creative things, and you can do the standard stuff. So I'm hoping that Canon still keeps pumping out these guys, but with a bit more upgrades. I think these little upgrades are not big enough for people who are owning previous generation ones to upgrade and so on. But if they had really nice features, they can step up the game and be way ahead of everyone, and it'll give us a chance to actually upgrade our gear. Because right now I'm not really looking forward to upgrading what I have, because this isn't crazy amount of quality jump or stuff like that. Yeah, it's Digic 6 and whatever. There's the newer ones with Digic 8, but let me put it to you this way. I'm not really missing out on plenty of features. Aside from maybe just the 60 frames per second on the 1080p, nothing really jumps out at me. All the other stuff is like bells and whistles, pretty much. But if you have no camera and you're planning to get into the market, I really highly recommend this one. If you want to upgrade, depends on what you have, I guess. Price plays a budget, role in your budget here. I think it's priced well. You get what you pay for, and I think Canon's lenses especially are really amazing, and you're paying for something that's gonna last. That is the video. Thank you for watching. Subscribe if you haven't done so, give a thumbs up, and check out all the links in the description for whatever you need, and I'll see you guys next time. Cheers.